There are more things we'll talk about today than just the SECV, the Ripple case, and the possible $10,000 XRP. Make this an even more important part. The story Warren Buffett talks about his thoughts on how XRP and Ripple might be able to withstand economic downturns. You got the investment right. Everyone thinks about the hero himself, and it's important to hear his point of view. During these uncertain economic times, we are keeping a close eye on the Bitcoin market. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications before we start. This will help you become a part of our group. Imagine that XRP goes up to an amazing $10,000. Even though this is just a guess, this is how many financial deals people think XRP will handle. It makes sense since the system may be moving a huge $1.20 quadrillion around. The value of the XRP ledger could instantly jump to $110,000, but this huge rise depends on how the current SECV Ripple case turns out. People who invest through business accounts see XRP as a security. Things are going to change a lot, though. Ripple and the SEC have already put forward two ideas for a possible deal. Legal experts say that the SEC first asked for a payment of $770 million, which was a big amount that showed how annoyed and embarrassed they were. But Ripple turned down this deal. As an interesting turn of events, the SEC did not get an answer right away from Ripple Crypto. Instead, they came back with a much more reasonable request for only $20 million. A lawyer named John Dion thinks that Ripple will win easily and have a 90% edge. The payment deadline was November 9th, but there have been no new developments. The story still goes on. More new information is coming to light. Say that the SEC might be working on a better deal for Ripple, which we'll be announcing soon. We looked at the $10,000 XRP value in great depth in this video. Look at the information that led to this prediction as well as the most current events in the SECV Ripple case. Stay tuned as we share these interesting findings. We've already talked about the recent settlement between Ripple and the SEC, which is especially important now that the US Congress might use XRP in the future, tomorrow. This brings up an interesting question. As long as XRP is still considered a security, what other uses could it have? As for why it might not stay a security for long, that seems to be the reason. Even though Ripple has been offered out-of-court settlements, its CEO Brad has said in public that the company is looking for a better deal. This has led pro-XRP lawyers to predict that Ripple's SEC settlement amount may be lowered. So what does this mean in real life? Since the first two offers didn't seem to meet Riverside, the lab's needs and the SEC wants to reach a deal, it looks like a third more appealing offer is in the works. This could mean that Ripple only has to pay small fines to the SEC, maybe even less than the $20 million that was first recommended. But Ripple Labs and XRP are getting attention from places other than the US. Dubai and other international cities are also involved. Recently, Dubai's financial officials gave the go-ahead for XRP to be used for national payments. Also, every day, hundreds of organizations add Ripple Labs to their processes after the Central Bank of Japan made XRP available for global transfers. The first estimate of $1.2 quadrillion in XRP transactions seems to be just the start, as Ripple hopes to make this number much higher, which could lead to a rise in the price of XRP. This includes a lot more than just cross-border spending. In our most recent study, we found a very interesting change. Even though XRP may not have anything to do with this move, it is clear that Ripple wants to take over a big business. The groundbreaking Peace Victory, which came out on July 10, 2023, showed how Ripple had grown into a $5 trillion market by focusing on tokenizing real estate. We can learn more about how this project got started by looking back at Anthony Welfare's important tweet. He talked about how CBCs are used all over the world and how Ripple has a specific CBC team that is working on useful uses for stable coins, which are digital money issued by central banks. As we look ahead to 2024, from what he heard at a C-FinTech meeting in Romania, it sounds like tokenization will be the next big thing in real estate. We're expecting a huge cryptocurrency bull run that will change the game. The strategic moves we make now may help us make more money during this surge. You are missing a very important moment right now. It's not just about XRP, but it could mean losing out on a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Kevin Cage says that the market for cryptocurrencies has grown by almost 800%. Bitcoin is at an all-time high, and the cryptocurrency market is expected to do even better in 2024 than it did in the past. It looks like an XRP ETF won't be long behind. There will almost certainly be Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Now we're going to talk about something Warren Buffett recently talked about in order to get other top digital assets to do the same. He's telling us about a health disaster that could be even worse than the company. It's smart to pay attention when people like Buffett talk because they're often right on the money. The coming disaster could be the spark that starts it all. We should all be ready for a number of changes, such as a better digital AI control grid, a social credit score system linked to CBCs, and Buffett's scary predictions about how the economy will change. Listen up, people. Warren Buffett is the guy who has gotten the most attention and work from me. His financial strategies and the best times for him to make decisions have taken him many hours and a lot of mental energy to study. The results are a lesson in how to handle money. Well, the record of one man beats the records of 99.99% of investors in history. I brought this up because I use Buffett's actions as a personal indicator of how reliable XRP is, mostly during wars and economic downturns. I believe that XRP can be a safety net that makes life better during these tough times. By keeping an eye on what Buffett does, you might end up on the path to becoming a billionaire by accident. As an example, on June 19, 2023, Berkshire Hathaway raised its investments in 5 Japanese trading companies. 2 of these companies, Mitsui and Sumitomo, are important. For Ripple Partners, it's not a surprise that Buffett was leaving big banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan at the same time. Even though Buffett didn't agree with them, I can't help but think of the Ethereum link and egg it whenever I think of JP Morgan. Warren Buffett is there, but why? His backing for every financial technology may not be total, but there is a good chance that he sees the potential in Ripple's technology. Ripple's technology has a lot of promise. Bank of America is a big name in the US financial world and one of Ripple's top partners. I think that Bank of America is about to do something very different. Because there may be new ways to make money and the economy is unstable right now, Buffett may choose Bank of America over other banks. This is looked into more. Additionally, Berkshire Hathaway's stock shows it is interesting to know that Buffett not only owns a big chunk of Bank of America, but it is also his biggest investment, worth an amazing $1.03 billion. This shows how confident he is in the direction of the company, especially since a slowdown is coming. It looks like Buffett thinks that Bank of America will be better after the recession, thanks in large part to their partnership with Ripple switching. Keep ISO 20022 in mind. An interesting new development has come up with HSBC. It became clear that HSBC and its partners plan to reform digital assets in 2023 after a quick paper came to light. These events in November show that this is not a mistake. Adopting Ripple technology is a smart and planned move. Ripple's recent purchase of Medeco and HSBC's announcement that they will be working together also mark a huge shift. To sum up, Ripple has the ability to completely change how banks, other financial institutions, and payment processors handle payments around the world. The information in these movies is only meant to be entertaining. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I tell people to do study and talk to professionals. Traditional ways of sending money are changing into Ripple entities. For people who have invested in XRP, now is a great time because everything is coming together and Ripple's impact is growing. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button if you liked the movie. Make sure that alerts are turned on so that you know right away when I post something new. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next movie. Watch out.